The Rifleman introduced us to Lucas McCain, a fearless marksman, a devoted father, and one of television's most unforgettable Western heroes. But as the years passed, the cast behind this classic series faced final chapters filled with age, loss, and heartbreaking goodbyes. Today, we look back at the Rifleman cast, then and now, in 2026. Chuck Connors was born in 1921 in Brooklyn, New York. He was 37 when he played Lucas McCain. Tall, steady, and carrying that long rifle like it was part of him, Connors made Lucas feel both dangerous and deeply fatherly. Connors became forever linked to the Rifleman, turning a Western hero into a single father audiences could actually care about. He died in 1992 at age 71 after a battle with lung cancer. Lucas McCain was not just quick with a gun. Connors gave him patience, grief, and a strong moral spine, making him one of television's most memorable Western dads. Paul Fix was born in 1901 in Dobbs Ferry, New York. He was 57 when he played Micah Torrance. Weathered, kind, and quietly tough, Fix gave North Fork a marshal who felt more human than heroic. Fix had a long career in Westerns, often working with John Wayne and bringing honest frontier grit to supporting roles. He died in 1983 at age 82 after suffering kidney failure. Micah Torrance worked because Fix never played him like a perfect lawman. He gave him age, warmth, and a little weariness, the kind of presence that made North Fork feel like a real town. Bill Quinn was born in 1912 in New York City. He was 46 when he played Frank Sweeney. Plain-spoken, familiar, and easy to believe, Quinn brought the kind of everyday town presence that made North Fork feel lived in. Quinn worked for decades in film and television, often showing up as neighbors, doctors, fathers, and quiet authority figures. He died in 1994 at age 81 after suffering a heart attack. Frank Sweeney was not a flashy role, but Quinn made him feel like part of the town's real fabric. In a show built on family, danger, and community, faces like his mattered. Joe Higgins was born in 1925 in Logansport, Indiana. He was 35 when he played Nils Swenson. Friendly, steady, and full of small-town warmth, Higgins gave the blacksmith a simple honesty that fit North Fork perfectly. Higgins later became widely recognized as Sheriff J.W. Pepper in the James Bond films, bringing a very different kind of comic energy to the screen. He died in 1998 at age 72 after a heart attack. Nils Swenson helped give the Rifleman its community feeling. Higgins made him feel like a man everyone in town would know. Hard-working, dependable, and always part of the background heartbeat. Harlan Ward was born in 1917 in Los Angeles, California. He was 40 when he played John Hamilton. Serious, neat, and quietly respectable, Ward gave the town banker a steady presence in North Fork. Ward built a long career in television, often playing businessmen, officials, doctors, and men with calm authority. He died in 1980 at age 62 after a heart attack. John Hamilton brought a different kind of order to the town. He was not a gunman or rancher, but Ward made him feel necessary, one of those steady faces that helped North Fork feel real. Joan Taylor was born in 1929 in Geneva, Illinois. She was 31 when she played Millie Scott. Warm, graceful, and quietly strong, Taylor gave Lucas McCain's world a softer emotional touch, without feeling out of place in a dusty Western town. Taylor had a steady career in film and television before later moving behind the scenes as a writer and producer. She died in 2012 at age 82 from natural causes. Millie Scott mattered because she brought heart into North Fork. Taylor made her kind, independent, and easy to root for, giving Lucas and Mark's world a little more warmth. Hope Summers was born in 1896 in Mattoon, Illinois. She was 62 when she played Hattie Denton. Sweet, nosy, and full of small-town personality, Summers made Hattie feel like the kind of woman who knew everybody's business. Summers became a familiar face on television, especially as Clara Edwards on The Andy Griffith Show. She died in 1979 at age 83 after suffering heart failure. Hattie Denton helped give North Fork its neighborhood charm. She was not part of the gunfights, but summers made her feel like real town life. Friendly, fussy, and impossible not to notice. Ralph Moody was born in 1886 in St. Louis, Missouri. He was 74 when he played Doc Burridge. Gentle, old-fashioned, and quietly wise, Moody gave North Fork a doctor who felt like he had treated every kind of wound the frontier could bring. Moody spent decades as a character actor, often playing elders, Native American figures, doctors, and Western townsmen. He died in 1971 at age 84 from natural causes. Doc Burridge gave the show a softer kind of authority. Moody made him calm, caring, and believable, the kind of man a town like North Fork would trust when things went bad. John Harmon was born in 1905 in Washington, D.C. He was 53 when he played Eddie Halstead. Nervy, sharp-faced, and full of character actor bite, Harmon gave North Fork one of those faces you remembered even in a smaller role. Harmon worked for decades in westerns, crime shows, and classic television, often playing clerks, crooks, shopkeepers, and nervous little men with personality. He died in 1985 at age 80 after a stroke. Eddie Halstead was not the kind of role that needed big heroics. Harmon made him feel colorful, a little slippery, and perfectly suited to the rough little corners of the Rifleman. John Milford was born in 1929 in Johnstown, New York. He was 32 when he played Bro Hadley. Tough, lean, and carrying that hard Western stare, Milford brought a dangerous edge to the world around Lucas McCain. Milford became a familiar guest star across television westerns, police dramas, and action shows, often playing men with trouble close behind them. He died in 2000 at age 72 after a battle with cancer. Bro Hadley had the kind of presence that made a scene feel tense right away. Milford knew how to play danger without overdoing it, giving North Fork another reminder that peace never lasted long. John Anderson was born in 1922 in Clayton, Illinois. He was 37 when he played Cass Callicott. Tall, stern, and naturally intense, Anderson had the kind of face that could make a Western scene feel serious in seconds. Anderson became one of television's most reliable character actors, showing up in westerns, dramas, and mystery shows for decades. He died in 1992 at age 69 after a heart attack. Cass Callicott worked because Anderson brought weight to the role. He could play authority, danger, or sadness with the same quiet force, and that made him a perfect fit for the Rifleman. Chris Alcade was born in 1922 in Youngstown, Ohio. He was 37 when he played Ross. Hard-eyed, rugged, and made for Western trouble, Alcade brought the kind of rough presence that fit perfectly against Lucas McCain's steady calm. Alcade worked steadily across television westerns and crime dramas, often playing outlaws, heavies, and men you knew not to trust too quickly. He died in 2004 at age 80, after suffering a heart attack. Ross was not a soft character, and Alcade did not try to make him one. He gave the role a tough, dangerous edge that helped keep North Fork feeling unpredictable. Dabbs Greer was born in 1917 in Fairview, Missouri. He was 41 when he played Finney. Gentle-faced, familiar, and quietly believable, Greer had the kind of presence that made even a small-town role feel honest. Greer became one of television's most beloved character actors, later remembered by many fans as Reverend Alden on Little House on the Prairie. He died in 2007 at age 90 from kidney failure. Finney may not be the biggest name in the Rifleman, but Greer made him feel real. That was his gift, stepping into a scene and making the whole town feel a little more human. Johnny Crawford was born in 1946 in Los Angeles, California. He was 12 when he played Mark McCain. Bright, emotional, and full of boyish honesty, Crawford gave the show its heart through Lucas McCain's son. Crawford grew up in front of America on The Rifleman, later continuing with music and occasional acting. He died in 2021 at age 75 after a battle with Alzheimer's disease. Mark McCain made the show more than just a Western. Crawford gave him fear, loyalty, and real love for his father, turning every gunfight into something personal. Patricia Blair was born in 1933 in Fort Worth, Texas. She was 29 when she played Lou Mallory. Pretty, sharp, and strong without making a big show of it, Blair gave North Fork a fresh female presence with real frontier confidence. Blair became a familiar face to Western fans, especially through The Rifleman and later Daniel Boone. She died in 2013 at age 80 after a battle with breast cancer. Lou Mallory brought charm, backbone, and a little romantic tension into Lucas McCain's world. Blair made her warm but never weak, the kind of woman who could hold her own in a hard Western town. Thanks for watching. Which actor from The Rifleman do you remember most? Share your memories below, and subscribe for more classic then and now stories.